show. Let's see what has been happening in the wrestling world. Welcome to the show, where comedy meets wrestling by fans for fans. The Two Counts, always the best guests in Midwest. The Two Counts, great time guaranteed because we're the best of the best. Meet me, Ace and JR, Top Shelf Tommy, we're about to start. Welcome to the Two Counts. It's time to dig deep into the wrestling world. Welcome to the Two Counts, where comedy meets wrestling by fans for fans. The Two Counts.
The Two Count. The Two Count. Where comedy meets wrestling. Please comment, share, like, and start a hype train for God's sakes. And now, here are the hosts of The Two Count. Comedian John Russell, wrestling broadcaster Big Ace, and everybody's favorite heel, Top Shelf Tommy.
Not my favorite, but happy Tuesday, everybody. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us this evening on The Two Count. Whether you're watching on Twitch or whether you're watching on YouTube, we are happy you're here with us. If you're in the neighborhood where it's raining like crazy, what the heck is going on with that light? It's too much. It's too much. I'm sorry. There.
You're not really sorry.
No, I'm not. I'm pathetic, but I'm not sorry. At any rate, happy to see you. Hi, Tina. Hi, Zach. Good to see you. We'll just be playing around with stuff. We got a great show for you tonight. We have a fantastic guest.
Got a lot going on. We got a guest. We got two different shows that we're going to give quick run through later.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Fucking fall in the upper Midwest, man. Show after show after show every fucking weekend.
Space Case. I love it. I love it.
Welcome to the show.
Right. Go ahead, Ace. Introduce our guest and let's just get going. No screwing around.
Well, we're going to screw around, but
I was loading stuff.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I slacked. I realized I didn't load half the stuff I was supposed to load up tonight. So, but yeah, we have a great guest. Me and Tommy got to work with him at Absolute Pro Wrestling a couple of months back at Fort Dodge, Iowa. One half of the Valhalla. This is where my brain is kicking in. Vikings? Am I right? I hope he's laughing.
You can also bring him in and have him introduce himself if you're gonna fuck it up this month.
I know.
Valhalla Rising.
That's it. Valhalla Rising. Sorry, I know. This is what happens when
people think that I'm the bad guy.
No, I'll take ownership on that one.
And there we go. Ragnar the Ruthless is with us.
Ragnar the Ruthless.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
All right.
Sorry for that lame intro, ruthless. Man.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
If he was really ruthless, you'd be dead right now, Ace.
I should be. That's true.
I know.
Don't stare him down too hard, Ragnar. He pees himself a lot. So
what?
I'll do this one.
I'm sorry. Am I not supposed to be spreading rumors around here?
You do what you got to do, man. I mean,
that's exactly right.
Space Case got it. I actually got
Valhalla Rising.
I got your guys' Twitch chat up on my left computer here, so
nice.
Fuck yeah, dude.
You see what everybody's saying.
Yeah,
so just so you know, when we do this on StreamYard, that all pops up, and then we throw it up on the screen so people that are watching on YouTube can see it as well. So
nice. What's up, YouTube? What's up, Twitch? How you guys doing today?
Everybody's here. Everybody's here. So you are over in Wisconsin.
Yes, I am.
How's the weather over there? Because I'm an old man and I need to know about the weather.
The weather has been crap. It's been raining on and off all day. Thunderstorms earlier today. We have a nice cool breeze coming in from the west, over by you guys. So I'm straight meteorologist here.
Nice. So it's been raining like crazy here too. That's the only reason I ask. I like to know.
He's gonna drive there tomorrow and just make sure, like, hey, yeah, Ragnar wasn't lying. It was raining yesterday. He's gonna go grab a newspaper or whatever.
Sit outside and drink his coffee.
Yeah, that's exactly it. He's gonna take that long 4.5 hour drive out to Green Bay, is it?
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, let's get this out of the way.
Yeah, Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Yeah, you're living in Green Bay.
Like
you're a Viking though. Yeah. So you're a Vikings fan, right?
Nope. I'm not. I'm not a Packer fan, not a Viking fan. I'm a Detroit Lions fan.
Well, at least you're keeping a black and blue division, that's for sure, right?
Yeah, keep it in the same division, Have that rivalry.
Yeah, because we can't all hate each other equally. We got to be a little bit unbalanced here, right?
Absolutely.
Have you been a Lion fan your whole life?
Yeah, since I was 3 years old. My family's actually from Hancock, Houghton, Michigan, which is where all the Finlanders came over from. So
in Houghton, if I'm not correct, Houghton's on the UP?
Yep, up in the far Copper Harbor area. Yeah, way up there.
Beautiful.
So you already mentioned Finnish.
Yep.
I'm gonna ask this as politely as possible.
Okay.
Do you feel if you're Finnish, all your maneuvers are technically finishing maneuvers? Huh?
You're the first one to ever say that to me, and
yeah.
Most of the time, I get the ones where it's, "Are you finished yet?"
Yeah.
What's your finisher? Things like that, So that kudos to you. I guess every move would be a finisher if they all would lay down.
I mean, I'm just being that guy. I try to be funny. It doesn't always work, as the chat will probably let you know very shortly.
If you're not trying,
but I gotta try. I gotta try.
Exactly.
I'll throw one out there. I'm guessing that Ragnar's not your given name.
Nope.
Oh, God,
it'd be pretty cool if it was, wouldn't it?
It would be.
No, I actually took Ragnar from Vikings.
Nice.
Of course. When I was first training and I was coming into the business, everybody, I didn't have dreads at the time, so everybody said, "You know who you look like?" And I'm like, "Ragnar from Vikings." Yeah, I know. If I looked as good as Travis Flamel, yeah, I probably wouldn't be wrestling. I'd probably be acting. Like, let's be real. He's a good-looking dude.
I mean, I say that about a lot of redheads that are popular, which is like 4 people, and they're all former athletes who are generally kind of terrible to look at. So, more power to you, man. More power to you.
What the fuck are you talking about?
There he is.
Tom
Sorry,
thinks he
Ace
looks
was
like
busy with some shit. Everybody.
So here's how we go. Just so you know, okay. When we talk about Ace, we say, "Oh, Ace, you look like."
Lab glass.
Say again.
I said.
He was just thanking Lab Glass for 100 bits. You're saying, JR, you old fuck, get your intestines in order here.
A very artistic background tonight, JR, by the way.
Thank you. Well, I did it because I figured Ragnar the Ruthless would enjoy something as dramatic as this.
It feels like home. I mean, look at it. It's right on the lake there. And is that a little hut? It looks like a little hut. Oh, yeah, that's beautiful. It looks great.
Yeah.
No, I was just say that Ace, a lot of people many people have said that Ace reminds them of a poor man's Conrad Thompson.
Okay.
They do all the time. All the time they say it. And Tom, well, thank you, Joshua. Tom, aside from being known as Dick Nose, sometimes Dick Nose Jr., people think he looks like a red-haired Osmond brother.
Wow, you do.
First of all, that's too much of a laugh there, Ragnar. Okay, I'm surprised you even know who the fucking Osmonds are.
Perfect amount.
Okay, and then he can't get on the bus. You can't get on the bus.
Ragnar, I'll do this, and then I'll let you. I'll do this, and I'll say,
"Oh my God."
Do I remind you?
Are we just gonna do hair? We're just doing hair, guys. All right, we're just doing hair.
Valentine.
Yeah.
Fucking no hats tonight, just hair.
We got to squint more than normal, but
Oh, here. I'll take my hair down too.
Oh, there we go.
Yes, let's do it.
We're all letting our hair down tonight.
Go ahead,
Absolutely, man. That's the spirit right there. See now,
and here's the thing, Ragnar. Now that you're in Wisconsin, when you drive over here to Minnesota, you can always buy legal marijuana now.
My God, that was the best impression I think I've ever heard.
it's nice to always have Jesse on retainer. He'll just drop by every once in a while. He's just actually on the phone right now. It's just that's just the way it is.
And just talk crazy to us.
Yeah,
it's mostly always about legal marijuana, though.
Or how Vince.
Yeah, legal marijuana is kind of my thing. When I was governor, I really wanted legal marijuana, so I had to smoke illegal marijuana, but don't tell anybody.
Hey, thank you, Mouse, by the way, for that 100 bits. You got us into a hype train already. That's amazing.
Hey,
so Jesse with his sub, Lab Glass with 100 bits, and Mouse with 100 bits. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it.
Oh,
See,
awesome.
I can be kind.
You can
sometimes. So, Ragnar, again, with some general Vikings questions for you.
Sure.
How hard did you root for Iceland in D2, the Mighty Ducks?
So when did that movie come out? When I was like 6? Probably something like that. 'Cause I'm 33 now, so I don't think I really was rooting for anybody. If I remember
for a bottle.
Yeah, it was probably where. So my dad was the original person in Houghton, because where the birthplace of professional hockey is from. Was originally the guy who took his skate off and tried to cut somebody with it.
Yes.
So that Adam Sandler bit always reminds me of my dad. So hockey runs deep in our blood. So I watch the Red Wings. I watch Finland always beat the shit out of Sweden. So
or try to beat the shit out of Sweden. Let's be real.
No.
It's like every third time you guys beat Sweden.
The score don't matter. They get the shit beat out of them.
That's right. Take the gloves off. Let's go.
Yeah, Finland gets the shit beat out of them. You're correct, JR. But be nice for a guest here, okay? Be nice to Ragnar.
No,
he doesn't know any better.
It's like
Clearly doesn't know any fucking thing about hockey history.
Malice said 1994, so I was 4 years old. So yeah.
And that was
all right. Well, okay, so that's fair that you wouldn't have rooted for Iceland, but I mean, literally, they got a Viking on their chest and all of their sweaters. I mean, I just assumed, man, you would have gone back and watched it at least once or twice as an adult. I watch Mighty Ducks like annually.
I'm trying to read this question. Hang on.
Common knowledge your grandfather posed for the Vikings logo, or am I off of conspiracy?
Honestly, maybe. I don't know. He died.
His grandfather posed for the Lions logo, everybody, okay? With that mane he got right there, man. Yeah, hell yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so
fucking like a lion mane. Actually, I swear to God, if you didn't have dreads right now, it would be a whole lion thing going on right there with the beard and everything.
Oh, if I take my my dreads out, I look like a death metal singer straight from like Sweden or Finland. Like,
hey, there we go.
Just put the black paint on my face.
Some death black forest metal. Fuck yeah, dude. Or even Viking metal. Viking metal. Fuck yeah, dude. That is a genre if everybody's asking.
Yeah, Viking metal.
That's fucking.
Thank you, Lab Glass, for another 100 bits. We're at 50% to level 1, by the way. We got 140 left on the hype train.
Good time to be a Lions fan, by the way.
Yes, great time to be a Lions fan.
Real good time to be a Lions.
30 years of disappointment.
Coming to the party finally.
Good day to be a Vikings fan too, Tom.
Oh, absolutely. I wasn't going to say anything about the fact that they just, barely survived the 49ers, which is probably more than they should have. But I'm going to celebrate as is, because also the Rangers beat the fucking Astros, because fuck the Astros. And the Rangers are my second team, because they're basically like twins junior, if you will, because they both started in Washington and moved other places. So, hooray. Plus, also, I'm going to try and score
a piece of knowledge nobody gives a shit about.
Baseball, since Verlander's no longer on the Tigers, I kind of stopped watching.
Thank you, Tina.
Yeah, I never started.
That's fair. Yeah, I know. A couple weeks ago, we talked about the Twins' victory before the show, and Ace was like, "Fucking baseball's boring." Ugh, you're boring.
I lost interest when Griffey retired.
And Miggy retired, so I mean, there's no really reason to watch the Tigers anymore.
Well, until they get good again, they'll find a way. They got a lot of money behind them. Well, maybe not actually.
So you can see a pattern here: Red Wings, Lions, Tigers. I don't watch basketball, so I don't know anything about the Pistons.
That's fine. It's fine. I mean, you also have you're a white guy with dreads. If you know anything about basketball, it's literally gonna be like, dude, you guys see what Michael Jordan did? Okay, all right, buddy. You're a little late to the party here. All right.
Here's the thing though. When you are born, I'm assuming you're born on the UP, and you come out of the UP, you weren't?
No, I was the only one born in Green Bay.
Oh,
yeah.
Do you brag about that to your family that you came from society or what?
No, I don't brag to my family about that. Not at all.
It's so nice to come from a real place, a city that has something to brag about. And you still don't fucking brag about the Packers. Thank God, by the way. Thank God.
No. I'm so anti-Packer. I've lived here for most of my life. I did 6 months in Arkansas, and then I lived in other various places, but I cannot stand this city. not in the least bit.
So why did you move back? Why do you still live there? You got options. You
Let me tell you,
all over the place.
Green Bay is like this death hole that'll just bring you back every single time.
Yeah.
It's like a rich man's Wausau.
Yeah, it's like a rich man's Wausau.
Oh my God.
That's never been said at all until this fucking moment. There's no way.
Well, there's nothing ever going on in Wausau. I pass it like every other day, and it's just.
I used to do. Oh my God! I used to do comedy shows there on the regular. And so I got to say this though. I was looking on your Facebook and saw Frontline Pro. So if you work with those guys, I'm assuming yes, or just your pals with them.
When they almost get to a story.
What was that? It felt like there was so much more coming.
I just, you know how it is. I hate my life.
I kind of got really worried for a second. I was like,
is he stroking out?
I was like, oh my God.
He went straight into dementia mode there. Ragnar, go ahead. Yeah. Frontline Pro, you've worked from them though? Yes.
So I got my very first match ever in Frontline Pro, which was 4 years ago now, however long I've been doing this. And it was for a very special night of, it's called A Night for Tyler. It's a fundraiser and a charity event to get money for kids for a scholarship for college, for a wrestler scholarship. I've done every single one since. I love it. It's just, my favorite shows are like the benefit shows and like the fundraisers and stuff like that. They just mean so much more to me, I guess, that I get to go out there and do what I love for a good cause. So I've been working for Frontline Pro since I started. Only
reason I bring it up, and they say, the story. I wanted to let you answer the question before because I met one of the guys that runs it in Stevens Point. Is it a Steve?
Steve, yeah. Steve is I think one of our higher up people. Ben Monty, Ben McCoy, he runs and owns it and stuff like that. So
I can't remember who, but I met one of them at the comedy show in Stevens Point, and we got talking after the show about wrestling.
Oh yeah,
and this was back when we did this show, and I wore a stupid goddamn luchador mask that was too small for my head.
Bring back a whole mask comedian. What was it? Mask comedian X cast?
Mask comedian X. Yeah. Let's do it.
See, I was gonna say you can't bring this up without wearing the mask. Yeah, that's the deal.
And we don't talk bring this up ever.
Hold on.
Dude, legit. Like, were we doing 2 hours at that time, JR? Or
we were doing 2 hours, and my jaw hurt so bad when we were done.
Like, I mean, you should be able to tell Ragnar on screen here, but in person, like, this is a gigantic head.
That looks like I don't know if you guys have ever seen X, but it gives me X vibes. Whoever's under the X mask, you know, I still don't know to this day. Gothic Barbie brings up a good point. She's moved all around Wisconsin, and she always ends up back here. So it's Wisconsin. It's what Wisconsin does.
Did she leave a bread trail like Hansel and Gretel did?
Probably.
To find a way back.
It is so hard to take you fucking serious with that stupid mask.
I know, but this is the mask that's based on the mask destroyer.
The mask that started it all.
This is the one, man. Other than Ken Rainey and the interns, this was the mask.
Tom, you wouldn't be here on the 2 count if it wasn't for that mask.
For this mask and me not wanting to wear it anymore. Although I gotta be honest with you, I've lost weight. It doesn't feel too bad right now.
Bring it back.
All right.
See, the thing is, when we did that though, I was like, but if we go to like shows, like anytime we go out, if we're representing our show, like gotta wear the mask in the crowd.
Yeah, and I was like, fuck that.
Yeah, he's like, okay, new name, new show.
Where's the mask?
That's great. That's a great idea, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
cheese just brings you back. I got family in Wisconsin, and none of them leave. I'll tell you that much.
To be fair, when I was living in Arkansas, I did ask for cheese curds, and they looked at me like I was a goddamn idiot.
Well, that whole
like,
area,
you don't take batter and just put cheese in it and deep fry it, and they're like, "What is wrong with you?" And I'm like, "You got no cheese curds back there right now?"
Yeah.
So
that's insane.
Yeah, no, my brother lives in Arlington, Texas, and I've gone to the state fair down there in Texas, which lasts a whole month, from basically middle of September to almost the end of October. And so it's very large, very huge. No cheese curds to be found. Apparently, one time he went before I'd gone with him. He said, yeah, there was like one cheese curd booth. No one fucking bought anything because what the hell is a cheese curd? I said, you fucking stand outside that booth every once in a while, man. You tell people like it's the most delicious fucking thing they can have. If you don't want to have the pain of having to finish a whole mozzarella stick, like eat cheese curds, goddammit. Because that can be cheddar based, mozzarella.
At the Texas State Fair, though, I bet you can get all the armadillo on a stick deep fried you want.
I don't think so.
I bet you can.
Maybe
try.
I don't know. I went on a Saturday, which is a bad idea because every Saturday the Texas State Fair is a football game there at the Cotton Bowl, and it gets to be painfully fucking busy by 2:00 in the afternoon. Like, I'm okay with stabbing people painfully busy. You know what I mean? Like that kind of busy.
Interesting.
Did that get too aggressive? We have a Viking on right now. Is that too fucking much?
Stabbing people, yeah. I mean, I'm offended.
You're okay. Let's. All right. You know what? Let me issue my apology right now. I'm so sorry that JR was offended by my lame attempt at a humor on that one. So
I didn't know it was humor. I thought you were really going to stab somebody.
I was trying to find a weapon, like a sharp weapon.
I was hoping Ragnar would bring out that big ass hammer again and protect the rest of us. Look at this fucking thing.
I think it's
so. I don't bring it to the ring because I've asked guys. I'm like, hey man, will you take this? And I'll put it in their hand, and then they'll drop immediately. And I'm like, so that's a no. And they're like, no. I'm like, come on, just one good like Thor swing, you know. Just like put your hand up.
I think you could do it. I think there's enough people who, you know, if it's for the biz, man. It's for the match, right?
That's what I'm saying. I'll Triple H it even.
Oh yeah, see, yeah. Just,
I love that.
Yeah.
No, you have to say it this way. You have to say it this way. I'll Triple H it even.
Even.
Oh my gosh. That's hilarious. I love that. Just everything terrorizing.
Oh God.
I do.
Now we're on this fucking.
Okay, we'll stop.
Rabbit hole.
Okay, we'll ask a real question now. So Ragnar, you said about 5-6 years you've been in it.
Yeah, roughly 5. Yeah.
What I want to know though is like, what is your first pro wrestling memory, like of life? Like, what is
of life? God, probably when I was like real young. I used to watch like SmackDown because I was poor. We only had UPN 32.
EPN,
I'd watch SmackDown with my dad, and then after we'd watch it, he'd like pick me up and powerbomb me on the couch and choke slam me on the couch and stuff like that. So that was pretty much my earliest memories of wrestling, was just getting thrown around like a rag doll.
And you young people, that's the only reason that you have kids is in order to do those wrestling moves to them.
Pick 'em
like,
up, throw 'em around.
So, beginning of every episode, don't try this at home. At the end of the episode, Dad's just like, "Come here,
let me." Oh, bam! Power bomb me onto the couch.
You're like your dad's own wrestle buddy, just like, yeah, here we go. Oh yeah, you're Hulk Hogan. Throw you through the fucking table or whatever.
Coffee table.
Hey,
you're like 4.
so is he happy? Is he proud of you for getting into the business?
I would like to think so. He passed away when I was 20, so I'd like to think so. My mom is. She's a big supporter of me. Has come to a lot of the shows and stuff. My grandma recently passed away, but she was able to make a couple shows, which was cool. My mom's side all lives up in like Pembine and Niagara area up north, so I don't get to see them very often. Plus traveling, I don't get to see them very often, but they do come to shows when they're more local.
Right. Now, are those cities you mentioned, are those in the UP?
No, they're in like upper Wisconsin. They're on
okay.
the way to like Iron Mountain and stuff. It's not really like super I don't consider Escanaba and Iron Mountain UP like
Escanaba is. I know that for sure.
Yeah, but it's not like really, because there's like still tons of Packer fans there. So like if you want UP, you got to go up to like way up there, like Marquette and stuff.
Marquette, Ishpeming.
Yeah.
Over to the Sioux.
Exactly.
Sault Ste. Marie. Fucking
Newberry. I'm just thinking of places where there's that I've done shows.
I know. I just love Ace's face. Like now, he's just like, listen, I don't know shit about anything north of Rochester, so you guys fucking lost me.
He barely knows where Maplewood was, and he lived there.
Traverse City. That's like.
There you go, Traverse City.
Hey, that's up there.
Yeah. That's like furthest in the Michigan I've been.
The
Beautiful place. Beautiful.
You just gotta raise your hand and just point to an area. Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, if you look at a Michigander and like just point at your hand somewhere, or then like go like this.
Yeah, it's like down here. Oh, you mean by Kalamazoo? Yeah, you get it.
Hancock, Houghton, Michigan's like up here, up in the UP. So like, it's way up there. It's Canada. Canada.
Okay.
Yeah. Now I do have to ask: Are you fluent in UP? Can you go up there and spit the slang?
Oh yeah. If I spend too much time up there, I definitely will.
Because it is something to behold. I mean, it feels like it's very much Canada mixed with the South somehow.
Yeah, there. Hey, how about we go get a pop-out and head on the 4-wheelers and go up over to the Dollar and have a couple brews. Yeah.
Oh yeah, dare hey. Yeah.
Yeah, dare hey.
I went to one gas station going through the UP one time, and the dude, he was very friendly, but
they all are.
When he initially started talking to me, I mean, I got Minnesota plates on my car, and he's just, so I where you headed? I'm like, well, hold on. Slow down for me here for a second. Yeah. So where are you headed there, eh? I'm like, oh shit, dude. All right. I'm heading down to Escoda, down in the Lower Peninsula. He's like, oh, okay, all right. I've never been there before, but all right. I'm like, swell. Can I be on my way now? I paid.
Nope. He's gonna talk to you for another 10 minutes.
That's what I was fearful of, because I understand how the Upper Midwest can be. Like we all know the Minnesota goodbye, where it just fucking lasts forever. I'm like, I didn't need a hello. You could just rang up my stuff and I could have been on my way. But
does the wrestling goodbye equal to the Minnesota goodbye? I was thinking this leaving Absolute this weekend, Tom. I feel like it's
your fault.
Yes,
but it's like that every time. And
so like, it's not just Minnesota. It's like we call it the Midwest goodbye.
Yeah.
You gotta slap your knees and be like, "All right, I'll see you later," and and then there's another thing and stuff like that. But
then you start a 30-minute conversation out in the snow. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh, see you, hey man, good match tonight. Have a good night. Oh, by the way, that one thing. how did you do that? And blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah. And then I learned it from blah, blah, blah. And then another 20 more minutes of wrestling talk. So,
and as soon as you put your bag down on the floor, all of a sudden, like, oh, but hey, you got to go. It's like, God damn it, I got to pick that up now, you jackass.
Happens almost every time.
Almost every time. Well, that is the case. And even this last week, I was trying to get out of there, and Ace just kept talking. I'm like, all right, well, I guess I'm going to say another round of goodbyes here. More hugs. People caring about each other. Fucking A.
That's the problem, though. You get lost in the sea of everybody, because I didn't know where you were, and Tim was still chatting people. The only one I knew for sure was Devin, because he's
in the car, ready to go.
When I say goodbye to people, I like scan the entire. Like, I make sure everybody in the back is good first, and then I go out to the front, and then I say goodbye to the guys out front, and then I double back, and I'm like, all right, cool, I got everyone. See you guys later.
Right. How do you describe the world of pro wrestling to people on the outside of it?
Oh man, I always get the exact same. Is it real or is it fake? And I tell them I took 18 chair shots one night on my back. So you tell me if it's real or not. That's pretty much my response. I always tell them like I still take the bumps and I still take the hits. Like this right here right now is super swollen because I cut it this last weekend in a match against AC Riley and Nick Ragnar. Like, dude, I just try to explain it to people like it's entertainment, but at the same time, I'm putting my body through like hell every weekend. So
I think that's a hard distinction for a lot of people to make because, they know actors, they know that Tom Cruise will do his own stunts, but they don't understand that even if it's, well, we're not going to talk about all that stuff, but there has to be enough trust between everybody, but things don't even necessarily have to go wrong for everything to be sore the next day.
Right, exactly. So like I try to tell people like, do you like watching movies? Okay. Yes. Is that necessarily real? No, but if I make you feel something in some type of way in the ring, well then I've done my job. Exactly the same thing a movie does or a TV show or anything that you find entertaining. So that's how I like to explain it to people most of the time.
Now, so we got, you got to tell us about your eyebrow here. This is what we're hearing from Fuji's baby mama.
Yeah, I know who that is personally. And that happened. That happened when I was up in Duluth. I overshot myself and I hit the corner of the ring post. And I busted my eyebrow.
Oh, dang.
Completely wide open. Still did the match. Still did everything, did the moonsault onto the floor and onto a bunch of other people. I was actually, as I was climbing up, I'm like, I don't know if I should do this. I'm bleeding a lot. And I was like, I called it. I gotta go do it. So I climbed up to the top, did the moonsault, got in the back, and I was like, anybody have any super glue? Like, I need some super glue. Because I used to be a cook when I was younger, so you cut your finger, you super glue it.
Yeah.
Nobody had any super glue, so I just threw some Vicks on it. To try and stop the bleeding. Finally got to the Quick Trip up the street, went into the bathroom. All the other wrestlers are like congregated by the food. And I'm like, I'll be right back. Grabbed the super glue, stuck it in there, pulled it back over. I was like, all right, let's go have some beers.
Fuck insurance and go to the hospital. Fuck it.
Right?
I'm sorry, insurance?
That's how the Vikings fucking do it.
Exactly.
And you just assign a waiver. Fuck it.
I used to skateboard for 14 years.
Shit.
I've done my own stitches. I've put my fingers back into place. My grandma was a nurse for 20 years. I picked up some things on the trade, so I ain't going to no damn hospital. They ain't taking my money.
Right? You just mentioned skateboarding.
So hold on. No, I was just gonna say. So hold on. So you know how to give yourself stitches, but you don't have like your own like sewing kit in your bag.
No, I didn't. I didn't at the time. I thought about it, and I was pretty pissed off at myself that I was like, my sewing kit's at home.
Yeah, what's an annual wellness exam? Thank you, Fuji's baby mama. That's exactly it. Yeah. What is getting help?
You can time her out, okay?
I don't think we can now that you said that, actually. It sounds like once the guest says you got to time them out, I'm like, I think we should hear more from them.
So, okay, the annual wellness exam. Alex Riley's wife said something about, you should go get an annual wellness exam. And I said, what the hell is an annual wellness exam? And she goes, your entire existence scares me. And I go, sorry. But then the funny thing is, I went and got my Kentucky license for wrestling, and the doctor said I was perfectly healthy, like checked everything on me, and we did all the stuff for the Kentucky license. And I immediately messaged Alex Riley's wife, and I was like, guess who's healthy?
Guess who had a wellness check?
Yeah, you guys just go ahead and just rub it in just a little bit, right?
Exactly. I was like, guess who's 20/20 vision and perfect blood. All right, I'm good. Okay.
Oh, that's great.
I mean, they weren't necessarily worried about like the vision and the blood. They're more, maybe like hepatitis leaking in or something like that. I mean,
right.
But I'm sure they're more worried about like the fact of like, do you have a ruptured spleen you didn't know about? Do you have scars in your liver from too many fucking kicks?
That was a question. They were like, do you have a hernia? And I'm like, no. If I had a hernia, I'm pretty sure I would know.
Right.
Well, you mentioned skateboard. I didn't mean to like interrupt Ace there and stuff like that, but I'm sure you've gone through quite a bit of pain. So sometimes hernias can be missed if they're minor. So just if you have a higher pain tolerance and stuff like that. And I assume you do because again, we saw you wrestle there in Fort Dodge, which, good on you and your partner for actually making it to that shithole town. But that's real good of you just for getting down there, but just to actually then perform too. I
love going to Iowa. I love a lot of your guys over there in Iowa. I've wrestled plenty of the guys over there, and it's always a fun time. And they're always asking me so many different questions and stuff like that. And I try to tell them and I try to tell anybody this in the business, like, don't stay in one little spot. You got to travel. You got to network. You got to go meet people. You got to do things to like really pursue this. So there was one night I left work after a 10-hour shift, got in my car, drove down to Tennessee, slept halfway through for like 3 hours, made it early in the morning, went to the Jerry Lawler show down there in Tennessee, the big one at the stadium, the baseball stadium, finished the show, got back in my car, drove back to Illinois, and then slept some more and made it back home. So, this is the sacrifices that people have to make while you're on the road. So,
well, very good point. And the boys are fine. We're not worried about the boys down there in Iowa. It's just more the cities you have to go to. Most of them are just downright filthy, disgusting, disease-ridden hellholes.
Yes, I'm not going to place any names on any cities, but yeah, I've seen it.
Oh, Tom. Yeah. Love to piss
what?
Iowa off.
It's not that I'm trying to piss them off. No.
It's the only place you can work at, and you can pissing them off now.
What? Well, it's, it's not my fault that they have decided to not get better.
Okay. All right.
As a whole state, that's the whole thing. It's the whole state has decided not to get better. Right, JR?
Not the whole state.
I was just say, Jared, this doesn't bother you as an Iowan?
It's not the whole state. Here's what I honestly think. As you mentioned, it's the only place that Tom can work. And he's upset that nobody in Minnesota will recognize that he's top shelf, but he fails to understand that when he says top shelf, people think he's talking about Will Ospreay.
Yeah.
Who just had a fantastic match in Impact.
We're disregarding that, Ragnar. Okay, don't feed into this bullshit of these two guys.
Ragnar knows. It's over, Tom. It's over.
Anyways, so I asked you what your.
No, go ahead, Ace.
Okay.
We don't need to go down this road.
Bring it on, Ace. Bring it on.
Thank you, Thomas. Yeah, I had asked you about like your earliest wrestling memory, and I like that because that's to get into the business itself, there has to be a love of that, right? You can't,
absolutely.
like you said it, making these trips. You were telling me before we went live tonight, you got a hell of a weekend ahead of you this weekend.
Yeah.
So when you look back at it, like, can you remember the moment where you were like officially like, this is what I'm going to do?
Yeah. So a funny story about that. I was a really bad alcoholic. I got into a bar fight with some of my friends, and it pretty much became a choice of like, I need to get my anger out, right? And it ended up being wrestling because the Hardy Boys came back, and I was like, man, I really want to be a wrestler. So Google's free. I didn't know there was local wrestling. I didn't know there was independent wrestling on anything. So I just went on Facebook and Google. I was like, Wisconsin Pro Wrestling, and WPW showed up at the time, and then I met Shane Hills, and then he beat my ass for a good 6 months because I had to catch up with the other students. Normally it's 9 months of training. This was 6 months for me, and I had to get my ass beat, and then I had my first match. So that's pretty much how it ended up. I really calmed down my anger, really calmed down my drinking and stuff like that, and it's really shown me a whole new world that I just fell in love with. I mean, when you're a kid, you're like, yeah, of course I want to be a pro wrestler. I want to be a pro wrestler. But then you age and you get into those teen years, and then things change and stuff like that. And then I don't know, if you really love something, you reconnect with it again. That's what I feel like. And I really reconnected it again in my late 20s. So that's how it all came about.
So going back to that bar fight, did you win?
No, I never even got hit. I ducked. My buddy bunched my other buddy, and then a bouncer at the Oval Office grabbed me by the back of the suspenders because I was at a wedding. This was after a wedding.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, that's probably a good reason to give it up right there too.
mind you, I'd also been drinking Four Loko. So he grabbed the back of my suspenders. I turned around, almost punched a bouncer, and now everybody's on top of me. I don't do that no more.
That's a good idea because I was a bouncer for almost 3 years, and yeah, there's a lot of people who are tough guys in the moment when they are stupid drunk, and then when they wake up the next morning and realize that they got the shit kicked out of them by a bouncer, it's like, all right.
Well, I was a bouncer too.
Yeah,
many years ago, but yeah, there was times where it was like, dude, you don't want to.
Did you, Ragnar, also have a Patrick Swayze poster on your wall like Tom did?
I did not have a Patrick Swayze.
This question was not to you, Tom. I didn't ask you a question, Tom.
I know, but I'm going to interject here. I'm going to ask, if you're going to ask that question about Roadhouse, I got to fucking ask Ragnar then. How many people have asked you when you were a bouncer then? Oh, is it like Roadhouse?
No, nobody ever asked me that because I bounced at it used to be like just a gay club, but now it's just like a regular club. But where do you go to hit on women? Yeah. Not at a regular bar. Club. You got to go to you got to go to the gay bar. So it's all that was my thought process behind it.
Oh, that's fair.
And free drinks.
Yeah.
I guess that's the thing. I worked at a biker bar, so. Different people, different strokes for different folks, but
very different.
What's the goofiest thing they ever had? Because Tom doesn't know this. I don't think I've ever mentioned that. So when I was going to University of Iowa, I was a bouncer at a place called Maxwell's, and the dumbest thing that ever happened to me down there was that there was a walking mall, and this dumb fucker pulled a tree up out of the walking mall and was going to bring the tree into the bar with him. And so I had to explain to him, you can't bring that tree in here.
Can you explain to me what the fuck a walking mall is?
It's like where people go power walking.
No, it's out.
It's like a mall right now.
Jesus
Christ. An outdoor mall?
Yeah. Like an outlet mall, right?
Like Nicollet Mall in downtown, Tom, you dipshit. You know what I'm talking
about.
So
like city walk.
Or like Miracle Mile in Rochester.
No.
Oh.
So basically what they did was 2 blocks. They bricked over the road, and no cars are allowed.
Oh, okay. So it's like a
Oh.
downtown district.
Yeah, if you want to call it that, sure.
For walking.
For walking
yeah,
in
so-
a mall.
I get
Walking mall. Sorry, I grew up with actual malls. I didn't grow up in the 1830s there, JR. So I apologize for that. I should have known better. Y'all just
Yeah, you
assumed
should.
everything
You
was a
should. You
fucking
know-
mall
you-
back in
you
the day,
seem-
huh?
You should. You seem to know everything
He's
there
just
is to
fucking
know
ignoring
about
me.
every fucking thing else.
It is fucking pouring outside right now.
Yeah, it's pouring where I'm at too.
So what's the silliest thing that happened to you when you were bouncing though? Like,
Oh, dude.
Internet.
These guys tried fighting like the head bouncer, and like one of them punched the head bouncer in the throat, and I just came up behind him and was like, "Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep."
Nice.
Yeah,
And he went to sleep. He went to sleep.
it's a pretty solid
how about
one.
you, Tom? Tom, how about you? What's the
Oh,
silliest thing happened?
I
to
had
you?
a moment. I had a moment where a dude slapped his girlfriend in a booth, and as soon as I walked over and said, "You got to go right fucking now before I beat the shit out of you," as I was doing that, I get over there. He also just flips the table and he breaks the carafe right at my feet, and then he swings at me as I'm looking down, and I did like this weird kind of Matrix style. I just got out of the way and I like just straight up uppercut him, and he fell back real quick. I mean, so this guy should not be punching or touching anybody because he fell so fucking quick after one, like just a short punch, just like that on the chin, lights out. And then his girlfriend had the audacity to like yell at me. I'm like, he just slapped you. Like, all right, it's not my fucking deal. You can be happy in your trailer park, I guess. Just be you, just away from here.
So, JR, because you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So when I did the stuff at Mickey's, like there's nights that I would end up either if I was there, maybe help security, or just if all security is busy, like kind of would just put a playlist on and make sure they're good or help out. But it was a slower night, and some Jab was there. You know what I'm talking about? Okay.
Yeah.
Jab was there. Some other friends were there. And this dude was dropping the N-bomb at them.
Oh no.
So I was like, hey man, we don't tolerate that shit. You gotta go. Like, you gotta go. I'm gonna ask you nicely, otherwise you're gonna get removed, but you gotta go. That's not okay. And like dude was just, oh no, but I mean like no, and we're like, no, you gotta go. And we're walking him towards the front. You know how the bar was horseshoed.
Mm-hmm.
We get to like right before the pull tabs, and all of a sudden Jab's like, I got it, Dave. And I'm like, no. I'll walk him out. No, I got it, Dave. Don't worry. I'm just gonna show him to his cab, Dave. Like, no, it's next thing you know, he just puts his arm around. Come on, man, let's go outside.
Fucking killer.
He literally walks the dude out, and he DJ'd for me, so like no one at the bar really bats an eye. They kind of were like, yeah, he wouldn't go crazy in our bar. He walks him out. He literally sits dude into the cab. And like it's like, all right, buddy, you're good. This guy's gonna take you home. We told him where you live, all right? And the guy's just like, all right, and also just wham, and then shuts the door. He's like, man, fuck that dude. I'm like, oh, God, dude.
That was the correct response.
Yeah.
And then did he give him the wrong the cab the wrong address too?
He didn't tell the cabbie anything. He just put the dude in, told the guy that he told him. And then just punch him. Like the cab, we generally didn't do that. We'd kind of just be like, "Hey, man, ask him where he needs to go. We don't know where he's going."
Yeah, drive him a half a block away, throw him out of the fucking vehicle, come back, we'll give you $30. I don't give a shit. Let him die in the cold.
Oh my God. I forgot all
terrible human being.
Anyway,
took it down that rabbit hole.
Well, and to paint the picture, Jab is a giant, big old black dude who DJ'd for me over there. You just don't fuck with him.
That's kind of what I was imagining.
I realized I missed that part, but yeah.
By the way, just as an aside, Jab or Killer Kurt is the only person who's ever been on Judge Judy and thrown out of the courtroom.
He's not the only one. He was
He was. Oh, it was so funny.
And now you're looking it up, aren't you, Ragnar? You're looking that up?
I am. Black guy gets kicked out of Judge Judy.
And then it wasn't even the woman that sued him. It was an actress that the woman decided she wasn't going to come down to the show, and so they got an actress to sue him, which I think, if I remember right, is one of the reasons he was a little bit, smarmy to Judge Judy.
That's probably what I'm going to fall asleep to tonight. So I'm excited. I'm excited for that.
Hooray!
I remember that because he's like, I need next weekend off. I'm like, why? Oh, I got flight out to California. I'm gonna be on Judge Judy. I'm like, what the fuck you are, man? All of a sudden he comes walking down the office from the upstairs of the bar, and he's got his like release papers that he had to sign and fill out for Judge Judy. And I'm like, are you serious? And then, yeah, sure enough, the episode aired. He's at the bar like, y'all check it out. And he's like, that bitch, I don't even know that bitch. Fuck her. Real bitch you sued me didn't show up. Like, oh, she didn't show up, huh?
I wonder why. Is because you refer to them as bitch? They don't want to deal with that.
Weird.
Yeah, weird.
Anyways, this has gone a whole different way.
Yeah, who would have thought we get into conversation here, huh, Ace?
Oh man,
Are you having a good time, Ragnar?
I'm having a great time.
Awesome.
I love
Should we rapid fire him?
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
think so.
Get ready for the rapid fire speed round.
Question is, how much did JR pay for that graphic?
That one is not nearly as much as our expensive jingle at the beginning. But by the way, Ragnar, I don't know how much you're into music. We paid $1,300 for two guys from Argentina to do that jingle for us.
Shit.
Like,
I get
done that.
I get all these people on Instagram always offering to pay, make my music and graphics and all this. I probably could have gotten you cheaper.
Well, we know.
We
wanted it to have that international flavor.
Oh, there you go. Cool.
And you can tell if you listen closely that they're not native English speakers. It actually wasn't $1,300. I just like to tell people it was because I want them to think that it's. But it really wasn't.
Kayfabe, JR. Fucking kayfabe.
You know what? I like this man, so I want to be honest with him. Everybody else, plug your ears for a minute.
And now you tell him, fucking Jesus.
Whatever.
He's got a great news guy from India too.
Yeah. Do you want to see the new? I'll show you this quick, and then we'll do wrap. I'm sorry, I've delayed everything so much.
You have to see this, yes.
We have to. I got to see where the hell is it.
I know. I'm agreeing with you. You have to see this Indian guy, man.
Breaking news for any and all professional wrestlers. JR, co-founder of the 2 Count Comedy Meets Wrestling show and the oldest guy on Twitch, is looking for allies in his continuing dispute with Bryce Jordan. Jordan, known to some as the Golden God, claimed to want to put the previous altercations to rest at Hall of Fame weekend in Waterloo, but double-crossed JR and kicked him in the testicles yet again. This time the crowd was larger, with dozens of witnesses. JR has indicated payment may include protection, planning, and ultimate revenge once Jordan's testicles are successfully kicked. Any and all professional wrestlers are invited. Apply at kickbrycejordaninthenuts@gmail.com. And in other news, Top Shelf Tommy is now a super douche. More news as it happens.
Ragnar, you want to make $50?
You know what? I'll be in Iowa. I'll be in Iowa this weekend. Is that where he's going to be?
I don't know. Which one is he
going to be in Iowa?
He'll be in
Algona.
Wherever that is.
He's in Algona.
Yeah.
Algona's the showplace of the North.
Yeah, he'll be with Absolute at their Halloween show, which we'll get into that a little bit later, everybody.
I'm sorry, we bypassed the speed round because,
Oh, you're fine. You're fine.
We still have some time for it.
Yeah, but we needed to show that anyways. You're still looking for people to help you out in that. That battle. So
I need a faction. I need a ball kicking faction. Is what I need.
Yeah, because he has Tom.
He's got Tom. He's got top
faction.
shelf, and and the thing is, I don't do you know Shanky. I love Shanky. Shanky is his partner, and it's just I'm so conflicted because I love Shanky.
Time out.
Go ahead.
Why didn't you tell me about this when I wrestled them? I would have kicked him in the nuts then.
JR stopped coming to shows. So.
Yeah, see, that's exactly it. If JR kept coming to shows,
I was beating
getting kicked in the nuts.
I was beating the hell out of Shank. I mean, I could have kicked him in the nuts. I could have just walked over there and.
Yeah,
we'll figure this out. We'll figure this out.
We'll get there.
Well, it sounds like you now have at least one viable option in Ragnar the Ruthless because it's in the name. He'll do really whatever he has to, right?
I'll do a lot for money.
Beautiful.
Fuck yeah, dude. He's very horrible. WHREable. Yeah.
This is just a little favor. It's not a deal breaker, but would occasionally would you mind going as Ragnar the ball kicker?
Ooh, that's I don't know where I'm going to get booked on that one, but I might.
Well, it's going to be just the one show.
Oh, right, Ragnar the ball kicker, the kicker for one show.
Yeah, because it was like, here he comes. He's going to kick you in the balls, Bryce.
Valhalla ball kickers.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
I mean,
all right.
Yeah, if you go by Ragnar the ball kicker, you are going to be the most feared Viking of all time, right? It's like, oh no, man, no, that's Ragnar. Nah, we're good, man.
I don't want that match, yo. No.
It's like everything's turned to the side real quick. Like, yeah, all right.
Oh no. Okay, all right. Let's we played the graphic. Let's do it. So we'll just ask you random questions. We say it's rapid fire, but we're all old men, and none of the thing about us is fast. So I'll start JR, then Tom, and we'll just do a few rounds of this. And then it could be about wrestling or anything. We all kind of throw random shit at you. So my first would be, what is your favorite WrestleMania moment?
My favorite WrestleMania moment would be the Hardy Boys when they came back. That was pretty much what kickstarted my career. I was always a big Hardy Boys fan. I'm a big tag team guy to begin with. Dudley's, Edge and Christian, Hardy Boys. I grew up on that. That's what I loved.
Hell yeah.
You got any pets?
I do. I have two cats. One's named Bimo. She's like 18 pounds. And one's named Callie, and she's, of course, a calico, and she runs around the house killing mice that end up getting into the house.
Beautiful.
Hell yeah.
Very nice. So you mentioned Red Wings. Who's your favorite Red Wing of all time?
Ozzy. Osgood, always.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
And Lidstrom, because he was from Finland. So, no, not Lidstrom. Dasuk. Dasuk was from Finland.
I was going to say Lindstrom is very much a Swedish name. It sounds like you have some issues there.
Finnish people and Swedish people love each other very much, but we also hate each other a lot. So,
well, especially when it comes to hockey. But
yes.
We digress.
Right. What is your go-to fast food if you're out on the road?
Ooh, go-to fast food. Definitely T-Bell. It's a terrible idea, but normally it's like Quick Trip. If I can get a Quick Trip beforehand, chicken sandwich. I don't want to eat anything too heavy because I don't want to John Cena myself in the ring.
There you go.
Yeah.
How about your guilty pleasure music?
Guilty pleasure music. Pop. Definitely pop punk.
Okay.
Blink-182's Sum 41 reminds me of my teenage years when I was just a scrubby little skateboarder smoking weed and drinking and causing havoc everywhere. That's definitely gets me going.
Nice.
Hell yeah. What's been your favorite venue you performed at so far?
Favorite venue? It was just a battle royal, but hopefully this year it's more. For GLCW, it's Blizzard Brawl. They do the Waukesha County Arena, and it's just so many people, and it's just the best time.
You know, we have heard about this show by so many people that you might have to make the trip out one of these days.
Yeah, I suggest it, especially this year. I'm hoping to tag with the Berserker because he's gonna be there, and that would be such an honor. But yeah,
we know Jim Nord.
It's such an honor. It's such a huge, big, massive show.
Yeah, we got to check it out. We know a lot of people who go to that one. So, is it on me now? It's on me.
I thought that was on you.
Favorite movie?
Grind.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can quote that movie back and forth.
It's not a bad movie. I actually like that movie.
So you mentioned you traveled down to Tennessee. What's the furthest distance you've traveled to do a show?
Would be Tennessee so far.
Okay.
Or actually, no, North Dakota. It was a 10.5-hour drive.
What city were you in?
I don't even remember. It
Fargo?
was I think it was for Fargo. It was like Puffamania. I think they've had like one or two shows.
Okay. But
yeah, I think that died.
I wonder why. It might have been the name. I don't know. So if you had a car trip, anybody in wrestling throughout history, who are the 3 other guys in your car with you?
Oh, man.
What an asshole, by the way. Just steals my fucking question.
I didn't know that was going to be your question.
I ask that shit every time we do this.
I've never once heard you say that question. I don't also pay attention to you.
Dead or alive?
Yeah.
Dead or alive?
Dead or alive? God. Edge. Sheik.
Which one?
The Iron Sheik.
Okay.
Only one Sheiky, baby.
The whole ride would just be Jabrani this.
Walk all good.
I make you humble.
Hand me my beer.
Ragnar, you okay? We brothers.
Dan Gable, #1 USA.
Stone Cold. And probably The Undertaker.
Yeah, that's a fun ride right there.
That's a full car right there for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an interesting. Okay, so favorite manager in wrestling?
Paul Heyman.
Okay.
Paul Heyman, hands down.
I like it.
All right. So I was going to ask a question, and then I listened to that one, and then I can't think of what the fuck I was going to say. Beautiful.
I'll jump you here. So you said guilty pleasure was pop punk. Who are you listening to right now, like the most?
The most?
Yeah, or genre, or like a band or two, or
the most right now is Hollywood Undead and Tech Nine because I'm going to their concert in Milwaukee here, and
okay,
I won tickets on the Razor on the radio station, so super excited for that.
All right,
hell yeah.
This is not the question I was going to ask. I'm old and I've fucking forgotten that.
Yep.
But have you had a chance to work with Hornswoggle?
I have. I can tell you his opening moves inside and out.
Oh, nice. All right. What would you be doing right now if you weren't wrestling?
I'd probably be an over-the-road truck driver. It's the money, you don't get into wrestling for money, right? I work 3 days a week as a semi-driver. Then I got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. I got to be up at 1 a.m. on Monday. So it's not really about the money. It's about what I'm doing. If everything goes to shit, everything goes south, and I have my backup plan, which is I got my Class A CDL. So I just go over the road and do what I'm already doing, just being on the road.
Nice.
I was gonna say you definitely have the look of an over-the-road truck driver.
Yeah, my left
can be taken.
My left arm is always really tan. So,
I just meant the scraggly ass beard.
yeah. I didn't brush it before this.
Thank you.
Welcome.
So, what kind of truck is it that you're driving? What?
It's just it's a Penske. It's a day cab.
Okay.
Ooh.
I was just asking if you're a Peterbilt man, but it doesn't make any difference. There's a fucking brand of a goddamn truck, you assholes.
I know what it is. I just love that you say it, and you're like, yeah, it doesn't matter.
I know what it is. I've been in industries that deal with trucks. Come on, JR. Come on. All right. So obviously I asked you what your favorite venue is. What has been your least favorite venue so far? Like, what's someplace that you never hope to go back to? And you can say
I'll
any
never-
of the ones I talked about in Iowa.
So it's not in Iowa, right? It was in Milwaukee. It was in the middle of October. It was cold, wet, just windy, all hell. It was an outside show.
In October?
Yeah, in October.
Jeez.
It was like the 29th or the 28th. So even worse, we're almost in November. And mind you, I don't wear a lot. I'm a Viking.
Yeah.
I will never, ever, ever, ever go back there ever again. And I'm not going to shoot on the company or anything, but that was dumb.
Oh,
Good point. Fair point.
oh my God.
So no outdoor events in October. Got it.
In Wisconsin, like that is the dumbest idea ever. I don't know who they are, but shame on you, promoter.
Quick Google search here.
Right.
Who runs in October?
JR, should we do the Tom game?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Hold on. Stand by. Stand by. This is another expensive one. It's not that expensive.
It still look good.
It's not that expensive. Fun. So, Ragnar, we've all played the game F, Marry, Kill. But in this scenario, a pick of the three of us, who is going to be your tag team partner? Who will be your opponent? And who will be your manager?
Russell, you're going to be my manager. Big Ace, you're going to be my tag team opponent. Top Shelf, you're going to be my opponent.
Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds pretty standard for the core right here.
I'll let the beard grow more.
Yes, you have to grow your beard out a little more.
I'll let it go. I won't.
We'll put some extensions in your hair. We'll get pretty close.
Can I carry a fiery torch as the manager?
Oh, absolutely. You know how long? Okay, I have an entrance that it's going to be done at a really big show, and I don't even know if I should say it, but at one of these entrances on one of these shows, I'm going to have dudes with skin drums and some freaking torches.
Yeah.
And like that's my dream. That's like if I had a WrestleMania moment, that would be that.
Yeah.
Like kind of like the Undertaker, but more drum.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
I sit in my semi and I think about that shit.
Dude, you got
you got long hauls, man.
Well, I was gonna say, yeah, you got time to actually like really think and analyze about your shit on the road then, huh?
Oh yeah, dude. I have 10 hours a day. I sit there and I think. I cut promos on myself. I think about new moves I can do and how I can interlace them into the matches and stuff like that. I got too much time. And then if I'm not thinking about wrestling, I'm probably listening to like Bob's Burgers or Family Guy in a little tiny corner.
I was gonna say, you ever cut promos on that asshole that cuts you off?
Oh yeah. Oh man, all the time. Okay, anybody that's watching that you're on the road, semis cannot stop like a car. Okay. We need at least like 10 to 15 seconds before we can stop. So if you hit the brake and I'm fucking right behind you, nothing's gonna happen to me. I'm fine. Okay. You're gonna be done.
Yeah, you're fucked.
Well, and it's dual. It's worse if you got the hull behind you as far as the liquid travel and stuff, man. Mm-hmm. Oh my god, dude, those tankers! I can't imagine people fucking cutting off people like that. I'm like, dude, they can't stop at all, man.
We can't stop. Just give us our space. Just give semi drivers their space.
Amen, brother. Amen. So where can we see you next then? What do you got this weekend?
This weekend I've got let's see. I won't say that one. Saturday, I'll be going down to Iowa at EWA. I hope to see. Are you guys going? I don't know. Are any of you?
No. So Tom will be in Algona with Absolute. I will be in Walford, Iowa with Madhouse Wrestling.
Oh, okay, so that's where I'll be on. I'm pretty sure it's EWA. I'm going to. I don't know.
I'm sure they're running. Yeah.
Alex Riley is pretty much my booker for my out of state shows. So. And then Illinois, I don't even remember the company name. I think I'd be more prepared for that one. But I just know it's 2 tag team matches, me and Devlin. You can always find them on the internet. You know, I've always post all my matches and stuff like that.
Do you know the city in Illinois or no?
Maybe.
I'm just saying we got a couple friends of the show down there in the Illinois area, so they might be up for an indie. Who knows?
Tama. Tama. I have no idea what
Tama?
that even is. Tama, yeah.
Tama.
So whoever's running in Tama, Illinois, that's where I'll be on Sunday.
All right.
Nice.
It's an afternoon show, which is great because I need to get right back up here and go to bed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. That works out real nice. Awesome. Where can people find you online, like social media?
Ragnar the Ruthless, pretty much everywhere: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, fucking YouTube, TikTok. I don't even have I got a really popular video on TikTok and got like 10,000 likes on it. So it was like,
nice, dude.
I'm done.
I'm done. I'll just make stupid little videos of playing stupid little games.
Yep.
That people do now.
Dude, I've not even done the TikTok yet. I just can't.
Dude, I will lay down on my couch and it'll be 4 hours later and I'm still on TikTok.
Oh my God. Yeah, I just don't have that kind of time. I can't.
I have that real bad ADHD where like if I sit down, I'm done. So like I've been getting done with work, going straight to the gym. I don't have any time to sit down or take a nap or anything. Just go hit the gym right away.
There you go, dude. Well, shit, man. I'll tell you what, this is a great time, man. We'd love to have you back somewhere down the road. Hopefully we'll see you at some shows down the road as well, man. Thank you again. It was great to get to know Ragnar the Ruthless a little bit more. And yeah, travel safe this weekend, brother.
Thanks, man. Thank you guys for having me. I had a blast. Everybody be nice to each other. I hope at some point.
Yeah.
Be nice to everybody but Tom.
Be nice to everybody but Tom. Okay, that should be.
There you go.
That should be a T-shirt, guys.
That's gonna be the T-shirt. Yeah.
That's probably the first merch or the next merch we'll have is 2 Count logo up here on the back. Will just say "Be nice to everybody but Tom."
Yep, there it is.
Thanks, Ragnar. We appreciate it.
Thank you guys for having me.
Continued success, man.
Thank you so much.
Man, what a great sport Ragnar is for putting up with all our shenanigans.
Yeah,
we do appreciate him being here. Fun guy, man.
Very fun guy, very talented guy in the ring. So yeah, if you have a chance to see him, if he's coming near you, get some tickets and go check it out. And yeah, we might have to go to this Blizzard Bash sometime. A few people we know talk about it. It is a stacked, fun show. Fucking camera's stupid. So yeah, one of these days we'll have to go. We got 2 different shows we're previewing real quick here, guys. So let's jump in. Let's start. Tommy, we're going to start with you. Algona, Iowa. Oh, Clint Dye. What's up, brother? Yeah, Absolute Pro Wrestling kicking it off this weekend.
Now he shows up. Just kidding.
He was trying to wait.
By the way, Clint Dye, you missed out. No, I was just going to say, Clint Dye, man, appreciate you not actually being there at Waterloo on Saturday. I mean, I know you were busy and stuff like that, but you missed out on being part of Team Tom Shelf photo shoot here. I mean, because we had Tim Nella there. We had the Golden God, Bryce Jordan. We had Shank. We had me. Oh, man, what a glorious time that was. Top Shelf 100%, man.
I'll tell you,
should have been there, Clint.
You know, if I'm honest, it would have been Top Shelf if you would have said the first 3 names and then just dropped your voice.
Anyways.
You want to really go there, JR? It's my team.
No, stop. Anyways, we had a great time this weekend down at Absolute in Waterloo, Iowa. We brought Timmy Nella getting ready for his big November 11th debut at Madhouse Wrestling in Rochester, Minnesota. Tickets for sale. Get them. It was a good show. Great show. Brand new champ, Ethan Everhart, beating Matty Starr. Can you believe it? We couldn't, and it happened. It was great in its hometown. Blast. But let's get into this here, guys. We got the Halloween. What is that?
Turmoil. Turmoil. There you go. Let's use Gothic metal font.
Yeah,
that's a good idea.
That's anyway.
Damn you, you know what you did.
This is going down at Algona, Iowa at the VFW.
Yes, Algona VFW.
That's right. We've been there many, many times. It's a fun little room, so make sure you guys check it out. I know for a fact there's some fun stuff planned for the Halloween Turmoil Battle Royal. So winner will be a number 1 contender. So that's going to be a big one right there. So make sure you guys check that out.
Tom,
Tom,
are you going to bring candy for the kids?
No, I hate kids. I want them to stay far away from me.
Tom, do you have a winner picked for this? You know, you get to call the action at every Absolute show.
Well, if it's going to be like any other battle royal in the state of Iowa, you know, there's a good chance that the Death Dealer will be involved and that the Death Dealer will win because that seems to be almost not like his only good and positive attribute is that he can win battle royals, but it just seems to be something that he's very, very good at. We've seen him win at IPW several times. We saw him win the last battle royal in Absolute. So there's a strong possibility that the Death Dealer will come out on top on this one. And it's a Halloween Turmoil match. So you got to figure Death Dealer, so he's like a horror character or just like a horror character.
Here's the deal, though. Death Dealer already has his hands full, so it'll be interesting to see if he is in the Battle Royal because he's also taking on Omega on Saturday night, and that's brought to you by Taft Wellness Center. Ron Reefer Lines and Signs, the match sponsor for that, and man, I mean, anytime Death Dealer's in the ring at that venue, I mean, the building's shaking. So this is going to be a big one. I'm excited to hear your feedback on this. And Omega, first time seeing him in Absolute.
Yeah, Omega D. I know he's been around a little bit. I think with I think I've seen him at touted at some rugged shows, possibly SEW. Clint can help me on that one. But yeah, looking forward to have him make his Absolute debut on Saturday. I know it's going to be a heck of a match. It seems to be. We say it all the time, every week, every show with Absolute Pro Wrestling, a Haas versus Haas match, because Omega is no light boy. He is a big fella himself, and Death Dealer is also not a small fellow. So hopefully the ring holds one more week, you know, just to at least get through the show. And then, but this will be a good matchup. It's good to see Omega get his Absolute debut out of the way here.
Yeah, some other matches we're going to have that I don't actually have graphics for, so we'll just go through those really quick. Daddy Cecil teaming up with the former APW Openweight champion Cole Cannon, and they're going to be taking on the newly formed tag team of Ugly and Jay Wesley.
Yes, very nice. Obviously, we got to see a little bit of Ugly and Jay Wesley this last week as well. Still working out some kinks here, but they got a big victory on Saturday against Chileo. So who knows what this weekend might hold.
Well, and speaking of that, speaking of tag team action and what we saw that night, two other guys we saw in tag team action that night, Bryce Jordan and ZK47, going to see some singles action on this Saturday, and I'm going to as well.
That's right, ZK47.
So JR, just throwing this out there. You might want to get ZK on the phone.
Yeah, I wonder if he knew. He could use $50.
I'm sure he would love him some $50.
Now, I mean, just to let everybody know, it's been settled between Zay and I as far as my words against him, and then him giving me the chops were even. But if he thinks he can take money to kick my good friend Bryce Jordan in the balls,
oh, for fuck's sake, Tom.
No, nay, I say nay. What are you reaching for?
Oh, that's way worse. This thing's just so it's just so red and it's bothering me. You know what I mean?
That's just like called your face.
I know, but I'm trying to there, that's a little better. It's not as red.
Way to take it down a notch too.
Anyways, what else we got? We got Leo Santel taking on the current APW Openweight champion, Vicious Victor Payne. Leo Santel been on the rise. This is another big match for him right here. Big match.
Well, it's going to be one-on-one this time. I don't think there's going to be any outside interference or anybody get involved. Daddy Cecil talked his way into a three-way match at Waterloo last Saturday, so I'm sure Leo feels much better about getting Victor Payne one-on-one. So this should be a good match because I think they did really well against each other in that match. But again, Daddy Cecil kind of jammed his way in there, kind of jammed up the good old Leo Santel there.
Yeah, I didn't appreciate Daddy Cecil saying I'm a horrible announcer. I didn't appreciate that, but
well, he just because he has so many names.
Shut up. I already know you're gonna. Yeah, I already know you're gonna.
No,
He said that, and I'll have you know, I had 4 different people in the crowd come up to me and say specifically that I am a great announcer. So
that's because I know your feelings are very easily hurt.
Oh, you weren't one of them that said it. Don't act like that.
I know. I'm not going to let you. I'm not going to just tell. I'm not going to fluff you up for no fucking reason. There's no reason for that. I know how good you are as a ring announcer. That's why Madhouse has you this weekend and in 2 fucking weeks. Lucky them.
Poor
Get to
Tom.
deal with Christian as our ring manager ring announcer this next fucking week in Algona.
I'm so pumped for Christian. I love Christian Hansen. That's my boy. That homies for life. I hope he kills it. I already told him. I was like, hey man, don't take my job, but like kill it. We've got Jack Spade coming back and taking on your boy Andy. This is gonna be Jack's a big boy. He can throw some heavy hands, but I'll tell you what, we've seen your boy Andy go through a lot, and he keeps coming back.
Well, Jack Spade's no small fella himself, so this will be a large order for your boy Andy, and of course, Jack Spade's still looking to pick up his first W in Absolute as well. So we shall see.
It's going to be hopping this Saturday night, Algona, Iowa, VFW. Mr. Tom Shilstrom, Badger Calhoun on the call, so make sure you get down there and join them for that. It's going to be crazy. Like I said, I heard some stuff about that Battle Royal, and I can't wait to watch it back. It's going to be fun.
Yep.
So
everybody's encouraged to wear costumes and decorate
Halloween
their faces.
Show, do that. Yeah,
mostly.
We'll bring candy for the kids.
Yep, I do.
Yeah,
believe
decorate your faces. Preferably wear a mask. I don't want to see your ugly ass faces in Algona.
Anyways, I do think that
I want to see you there. It's just not your ugly ass faces.
I do think Prentice might have like maybe doing like a little trigger. I don't know. There might be some stuff for the kids. I don't remember if Prentice was doing anything. I wouldn't be surprised if he was though. So
yeah, I think there's supposed to be candy at all the merch tables.
Yeah, that's what I think.
More opportunity to talk to your favorite wrestlers.
Yeah, so make sure you guys check that out. It's gonna be a good time if you are in that area of Iowa. Now, if you're not in that area of Iowa and you're in a different area of Iowa, and it's the area I'm gonna be at, you should come to this show then, and that is Madhouse Wrestling 8. Fire it up! Got a lot of good action going down Saturday night. Kids can trick or treat at the show as well. Encouraging costumes at this one as well. It's gonna be one hell of a time. Let me find, and I realize I don't have the graphic for it right now, but one big key. Okay, fine. All right. Well, here, we'll put this one up. This match is going down. It is the Warford Warfare Extreme Grand Prix title match. Of course, that Grand Prix title match, if you are holding it, gives you a chance at the Madhouse Championship. Of course, if you don't cash in at the next Madhouse show, you do have to defend that title. So Arjun Singh was the winner at our last Madhouse show. He will be putting that up against the newly crowned APW heavyweight champion Ethan Everhart. That's going to happen in a, again, Warford Warfare Extreme match. So it's going to get crazy.
It will. Thank you, Ethan, for just totally disowning the company you're champion of to go over and do business with Madhouse, to allow them to have the light that you shine on the world in their presence. But also, Arden's going to kick the shit out of you.
That's just, there's no need for that, Tom.
I don't know why Tom, you don't want people to work. That's not nice.
Oh, I'm sorry. He's a champion of Absolute, and he's not going to be at their show in Algona.
Tom, have you been booked on stuff and then decided not to go to something because you were booked on something else before?
No, the only time I've ever backed out is 2 months in advance because I had an opportunity, and Mark was okay with it down there at Goonies because he's a good.
No. I'm talking about going to a show. A wrestling show, but you can't go because you're booked to something else. But I'm just I'm just trying to, because if Ethan was booked prior on this show, prior to him being the champion at APW, how can you fault the guy for? Yes, it does.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Oh, he's trying to be double champion. Ugh, gross. Grow up, Ethan. Grow up.
Anyways,
where's your loyalty lie, my friend? Or
anyways, Connor Hopkins will be making his debut. We've got Scott Tyler taking on Victor Analog. That's going to be a fun one. We also have Jimmy Wild, and I don't know why I can't find this graphic because I've seen it, but I don't know where it is. But Jimmy Wild is taking on Sparrow. That is his area. It's his stomping grounds over there for the Madhouse title. That's happening. And then that's going to be a big match.
How's Sparrow doing, by the way? I haven't seen him in a while.
We're going to find out this Saturday night.
I'm genuinely concerned if anybody wanted to point that out.
He seems to kind of only come around only in the fall. It's kind of weird. No, I think the match that everybody's really excited about for Saturday night is going to be the Madhouse Tag Team Championship match, and that is because the Hale Twins are going to have a rematch for those titles against Chillaleo. And I'll tell you what, the first time they got in the ring, I mean, Chillaleo went over the line. They stepped over the line a little bit with some of the things they said, and maybe not, maybe stole a win that night. Well, the Hale Twins, they get a chance, and I'll tell you what, I've talked to both of them, and they're ready. They are ready to absolutely kill Max Chill and Gable Galileo.
Yeah, we got to see both of the Hale sisters at Waterloo. Sage was there in support of Briar as she took on Cole Cannon last Saturday. So, yeah, they're both ready to go. They are both very pissed off at Chillaleo for the antics in Newton. Probably most likely Max Chill throwing the what was it, a party favor that
party popper right into her face because it wouldn't go off, and that's just I mean, right into the nose. That's a bloody nose, broken nose right there.
Yeah, it was still one of the funniest moments I've seen in a wrestling match ever, though.
Hilarious. That's something I really like about Chillaleo is they are a great heel comedic team together.
Oh, Sam and Rory Fox.
Yeah, I do. Boom, there it is. It was under all the absolute stuff. That's why I didn't see it sitting there. Battle of the Souls of Cedar Rapids. Damian Saint, Rory Fox. Rory Fox, a legend in there. And then Saint. You never know what you're going to get with Damian Saint.
Well, and
wild card for sure.
Yeah, and as Clint mentioned, a lot of history, mostly with Central Empire is and our good friend Austin Bayless over there. So, obviously, the more they fight, the more animosity seems to be building between these two. So if it's for the souls or soul, was it just the soul of Cedar Rapids? Doesn't matter. The soul of Cedar Rapids. Okay.
Which, I do think Rory Fox is probably like Cedar Rapids, I'm their guy. That's what that means if I win it. I kind of worry that Damian Saint literally thinks he's going to win a soul.
All the souls. All the souls of Cedar Rapids. Come to Saint. Come to Saint.
Concerning.
Bring it in.
Yeah. JR, you missed, by the way, yeah. So 2 really, really great shows going on this weekend. Here it is again. Madhouse Wrestling 8. Fire it up. Trick-or-treating at the show. Come dressed up. I'm not dressing up, but I am dressing up Halloween themed. But I'm not putting a costume on.
Does that mean your Snoopy shirt?
Yeah, I got some matching stuff to go with it, though. Yeah,
well, that's good. I'm not trying to be a dick.
Yeah. No, I
this time
I churched it up a little bit this time around compared to last year. It's not just
so you got holy pants.
It's just not the t-shirt this year. Yeah, sure, fine. Yeah,
I'm just throwing it out there.
this Saturday night, 6:30 doors, 7 o'clock start time. If you've been to Knapp Creek Event Center, you know it's a cool spot. Very cool setup in there. So we're always excited to come back. So check that one out. And then again, this Saturday night, Algona, Iowa at the VFW. Get your tickets for that one. I'm sure front row's already sold out for both of these shows, possibly second on both of these shows. And it's going to be some good times. Good. Sounds like some just great action all over the Midwest this weekend on the independent wrestling scene.
Very true. Very true. I mean, we're looking forward to it. And who knows? Maybe in your travels, you'll pass by one Ragnar the Ruthless and, maybe on good old I-80? Maybe? I don't know. I don't really know fucking Iowa highways. It's 35 or bus, and literally most of the time that's going home.
Yeah, I don't know either. But yeah, it's gonna be a busy, fun weekend. Next week, we are not doing a show due to Halloween. Is that correct? No show.
Correct. No show on Halloween. Go trick or treat. Bring your kids out. Go to a bar, drink yourself stupid in a costume, do whatever you all want to do. We always appreciate having fun with you guys. And we also do appreciate the hype train we got earlier. Thank you all for that.
And then the week after that, we will come back and we will preview, Absolute's show. We understand, we don't want to make our whole episode a preview show. So we kind of will try to get through some of that stuff quickly as we do these further. On the 2 count, but we're going to give you a quick rundown of the lineup of the Absolute show at their brand new venue in Waterloo. That's right, Clint. We will see you there.
Clint, how dare you ask or hope that he finds a representative?
We might have found one.
Clint, you might be out.
Clint, you might already be out of the team top shelf for that kind of comment.
Oh, for God's sake, Tom. You're just such a bitter piece
He's
of
going
shit.
against his teammate, Bryce Jordan, okay?
Whatever.
You can't go against the team, Clint. I'm just
kidding.
Anyways. Top shelf. He's good. He's good.
Right now, the week after Halloween, we're scheduled to have Jimmy Wild, Tim Nella, possibly one more guest. We will promote that Madhouse show a little bit just because, it's in JR's
Rochester.
It's in JR's old stomping grounds, and it's in my hometown. So lots to talk about. Plus, it's been kind of interesting following the road of Timmy Nella getting ready for this match. Tom and I have kind of been around him for this whole thing now so far. So it's going to be a good time.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see him do his thing in Rochester. I wish I was going to be there, but prior obligations being what they are. But it's going to be good. You guys want to touch on a couple things from this last week in wrestling?
Nah, I think we could just knock out.
No, there's 2 people on here. Clint's one of them. I don't know who the other one is. It might be one of you guys.
Wow, I mean, all right, fair enough. Yeah, I mean it was a fun show.
I thought what we did was great, and we
just leave it at
stop
that
while we're ahead.
All right, TNA, everybody. It's back. Anyhow, and Sting's gonna be dead. I mean, done about the same time as TNA coming back. There we go. January's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Or February's gonna be fun. Whatever. Sign us off here. What do we got coming up? Oh wait, yeah, whenever
we just did all
we
that.
just talked about it.
Over. Jesus,
Thanks for coming.
End the show.
Bye-bye.